Hi, I'm JJ. Welcome back. This is going to be quarter 3 of Historathon. So this is the years after 1500 up to 1820. And can't do the Hi, I'm JJ. Welcome back. This is quarter 3 of Historathon, so it's the years after 1500 up until 1820. So these are a few of the possibilities that I have for this quarter, in addition to all the ones that I'll listen to and stuff. I don't have the list of the ones that I'll listen to, but that always changes anyway based on what I have available at the library and stuff. So this is the American invasion of Canada, the War of 1812's first year. So this is when we tried to invade Canada to get more land while Britain was off trying to stop Napoleon, and then adding further into the War of 1812. So this will be interesting. This one kind of goes into current, but since it starts with a story from 1733, I thought I would include it here. But this is The Future of Nostalgia by Svetlana Bayom, and this is obviously about nostalgia, but through personal memoir, philosophical essay, and historical analysis. And it starts, so it says in 1733, a Russian commander, disgusted with the debilitating homesickness rampant among his troops, buried a soldier alive as a deterrent to nostalgia. So the question asks, can one be nostalgic for a home one never had? And so it's just philosophy in general, and psychology and all of that stuff, in addition to history, all fascinate me. So I am excited for this one. Another one, Once They Were Hats, in Search of the Mighty Beaver, and this is by Francis Backhouse. So it takes the history of beavers into their association with humans and near extinction due to that, especially here in the Americas. And so this will fit. I probably could have read it in either of the previous quarters, but since it focuses a lot on the American aspect of this in the United States, I thought I would read it for this quarter. Speaking of the United States, I have a few here. So this is Indigenous Peoples History of the United States by Roxanne Dunbar Ortiz, and this is People's History of the United States. So I do have both of these, and I believe I have another version of these two, but I can't remember. But this one is by Howard Zinn. So these are the ones on the list, as well as Custer Died for Your Sins, and this is by Vine DeLoria Jr. I'm sorry for the big sticker on the front, but this should be interesting as well, as We Refuse, A Forceful History of Black Resistance by Kelly Carter Jackson. And so this will take place and kind of go into current history as well, but it at least starts primarily through that time period. This is Mistresses, Sex and Scandal at the Court of Charles II. I am really excited about this one. King Leopold's Ghost. I know this one's going to be a lot more difficult to read. This is the story of greed, terror, and heroism in colonial Africa. And this is by Adam Hochschild. And then this also takes us not only through Shakespeare time, so we get Shakespeare in here, and I've already done, I did some stuff for Shakespeare last time, but this will be Christopher Marlowe. So this is his story, Christopher Marlowe, Poet and Spy by Park Hanen. So I focused on Shakespeare last year. This year I will focus on Christopher Marlowe. And then it also includes Tudor history, which is one of my favorite time periods in history. So this is Young and Damned and Fair, the life of Catherine Howard, fifth wife of Henry VIII. And this is by Gareth Russell. So I've been wanting to read this one for a long time. And I've been putting it off this year just so that I can fit it within Historathon, the correct quarter. So this one will be one of my primary focuses and main reads for the quarter. I also have 1808, The Flight of the Emperor by Laurentino Gomez. And this one is how a weak prince, a mad queen, and the British Navy tricked Napoleon and changed the New World. And so he escapes into Brazil, and then you also have the Brazilian politics and the kind of formulation of that country, breaking away from Portugal and all that stuff. So this one will be interesting as well. And then also going back to the United States, since this is also the 250th anniversary of the United States, I did want to focus on a few of those for American history. But this is also a very short book, so this should be an easy read as well. And this is America's First World War. And this is the French and Indian War of 1754 to 1763. And we always in history class learned about it as French and Indian War, but it is really a world war because you have the French, you have the Indian, you have the Spain still had people there, you had British had colonies there, and so it did involve a war among nations, which is fascinating when you actually think about it, but this will be a quick read, so I will get to this one for sure. And so those are my pile of possibilities. Thank you, as always, and happy reading.